I know. Don't let nobody in your bed, in your pants, in your shirt, in your mouth. Don't do it. Stop. Hey, my name is Gabby and I'm a girl that gets it. If you're not one of them girls, I won't hold it against you for now, but I advise you to get with it. Now, you've seen the title, you know why we're here. This is more of a serious video, but if you know me, which you probably don't right now, but you will, you'll get to know me. I like to keep things kind of lighthearted for my sake and y'all. So if we have a little kiki while we talk, it's cool, okay? But just get in here, girl. We gotta talk. Now, the reason I'm making this video, let's start there. I am healed from the situation, so it no longer bothers me. I'm cool off of all of that, so thank you. Next. But there's just been such a, in the age of social media right now, in the age of TikTok, in the age of YouTube, Instagram, whatever, people are really sharing their stories. Like, people are really chatting. We're chatting. The girls are talking to each other, and I love to see it. Now, some of y'all be chatting shit, mate, but some of y'all really be talking about real stuff and helping each other out, and I love to see that. And that just kind of moved me to words with some of my own situations. So let's talk. Now, as the title says, I was involved in a domestic violence situation, DV. Can I say these words on YouTube? Related topics. I'm gonna just leave it there. If that is triggering to you, please just click away from this video. I'm not sure how in depth I'm gonna go as I'm thinking about it right now, but I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to get triggered. And as a survivor, love to all my other survivors out there. So let's just get into it. So I had a boyfriend, regrettably. Wait, it's getting crazy already. But I was dating this guy for some years, for a while. We were kind of on and off, left and right, but we were together for a while. Now, in hindsight, I did not love this person. I did not want to be with this person. I should not have been with this person. I did not want to have kids with this person. I did not want to marry this person. I really did not even want him to continue on in my life. He was just there for a season because I didn't want to be by myself. And that's just what it was. I was very young at this time. He was as well, but it was just a comfortability situation. And I don't even, that's a lie, because I was severely uncomfortable the entire relationship. So delusion, we can chalk it up to that for now. But this relationship, like I said, was on and off. We had a lot of tension the whole time. We just were not good for each other or right for each other. An Aries man and an Aries woman is always. But anyway, we're not getting into astrology right now. It was just a match made in hell. I'm gonna just say that. But towards the end of our relationship, I actually moved out of my family's home and I got my own place. It was my name on the lease. I got my own car. It was my name on all of that. That person did not help me with any of that. I did that all on my own. I think when I first did that, we were broken up at the time, right? Like I said, we was on and off. We should have stayed off, but hey, you live and you learn. But I, was living. I was getting my stuff together. I was living alone. I was doing my thing. Well, I got lonely, so I called him up and I told him that he can come and stay with me. So he moved in, like, immediately. He moved in and it wasn't really bad at first. It was okay. He was kind of doing his own thing. He was, I think, working part-time and going to school. So I was in charge of really everything financially. So that was really tough, especially with two people living in the house. And then he had some other responsibilities that kind of fell over onto me as well. So it was a stressful time, but it wasn't like bad at that point. I think we only ended up living together for like 6 or 8 months or something like that, maybe. So it was for a time, like, whatever. But the incident in question happened really the day he moved out, right? So the past couple of weeks before this incident occurred, I just really decided, like, I did not want to be with him. Like, bro, what? I don't like you like that. I just really don't. And, I wasn't rude about it. I was just telling him, like, hey, I'm really not happy anymore. I don't think we should be together. I think you should need to go back to your family and just, like, let me do me. I'm not happy in the situation right now. So I brought it up to him. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring it up to you, but if you don't have any type of response that I like, I kind of shut down completely. So he was just more so talking about like, yeah, we can fix it, da da da, you know, I want to be here. And I just kind of left it alone, and I just kind of did what I had to do and continued on. But it was just in the back of my mind so bad, like, you are not supposed to be with this person. The season is over. Get a grip, girl. Let's go. But, you know, I persevered. We just kind of did what we were doing until it became too much for me. So I said again, like, hey, I'm really not happy, da da da. And it was like the same old, we can fix it, whatever, but nothing ever changed, you know? When things really started to go sour in the relationship to where I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I just felt like he didn't love me. I felt like I didn't love him. Again, the financial strain all on me by myself. I'm just a girl. Like, what do you mean? So it was just, like, no, I was done. I washed my hands of the situation. And he wasn't really going. He was saying, you know, we could fix this. I don't want to move out. We could stay together, da da da. I didn't think he wanted to stay together with me. It was pretty obvious he just wanted to not go home. So, but anyway, now the night that this incident occurred, I don't know if I just got, it was evening time. So I was working long hours. I was doing a lot of overtime to obviously pay all the bills. And I had gotten back from work and it was late. It wasn't real late, but it was like maybe like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. So I was taking out my hair. I had some braids in or something. So I'm sitting on the couch watching my TV, taking my braids down. Cool, whatever. We got into a verbal altercation. I have no idea what it was about. Most likely it was the fact that I was not happy. And now I'm starting to get irritated because you keep saying like this, and that, but it's not that, or this. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Anyway, I was just like, now I'm getting irritated because it's like third, fourth time that I'm telling you. And now I'm really not feeling you. So I know what incited the incident, and it was me mocking him. I don't remember what was said, like I said, but you know, I just said some like copying something that he said, right? Not my proudest moment, but I did what I had to do. Like, you're blowing me now, you know? And then it started. So I've never talked about this, not to family, friends, anybody, but it was just weighing on my spirit right now. So I just wanted to talk. Forgive me if this part of the story is choppy, but he proceeded to attack me physically. I was choked, really strangled, punched, kicked. He had a licensed firearm, a legal firearm that he like used for work and things of that nature. That firearm was in the house, which I knew, but I did not know that he was going to try to use that on me in an argument. No shots were fired, thank God, but it was brandished, if I can say. I just was attacked, like really physically attacked by someone that was very much bigger than me. And I fought back the best that I could, but I fought the good fight. He fought the best fight. I don't know how else to put that. That went on for a while, and I was just severely like beaten up, bro. I had this, what is that called? Like he had like punched me in the face. So I had this big lump on my nose, and I'm already self-conscious about my nose because my nose is big as hell. But I think it's called a hematoma, like when you have like a blood clot. I don't know what I'm saying, but I just had this big ass lump on my nose, and I thought my nose was going to be forever disfigured. I was horrified because I felt, baby, no, like, don't touch the moneymaker. Do you see this face? Like, hello? No. But you know, I had bruising around my neck and on my face and on my body. You know, I was kicked, like I was punched. This person had like, you know, 50, 60, 70 pounds on me in multiple inches. So I lost that fight, and I lost it really, really bad. The house was torn up. My stuff was torn up. His stuff was torn up too, but it was just a very violent altercation that happened basically because I decided that I was through with the relationship for one reason or another, and I was just fed up. And honestly, that's what had to happen for our relationship to end, right? Like I said, that incident took place in the evening. He did not move out till the next day in like the morning. That night was horrible. After all the fighting occurred, I don't actually want to talk about that. It just just know and understand that I went through a lot that day. I went through a lot that day. Like, we're just gonna leave that there because it's getting weird. Like I said, this person moved out the next day, right? Moving on. Now, we went no contact for maybe like 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe between 2 weeks to a month. I'm not sure exactly how long. No communication whatsoever. He took all his stuff. I didn't need nothing from him. He wasn't paying for anything. Like, it was cool. A few months after that incident, I actually moved back home to the same city that we were both from. I moved back with my parents. My lease was ending. You know, it was cool. I just felt like I needed to be around people. So closer to around that time, he and I reconnected. I know. But that is the topic of this video. Obviously, a situation occurred. I was assaulted, and that was clear as day, right? Everything that happened afterwards, I think, like, literally altered my brain chemistry. Because, girl, what? So I'm not sure who sent the first text, but somehow we reconnected, checked up on each other. Hey, how are you? Da da da. That's when my mind started to lose itself, right? Obviously, when the situation occurred, I was extremely upset. I was very hurt. I felt so disrespected. Like, you think you could do this to me? You think, like, you put your hands on me? The one that's been doing this, and that for you for how long? Are you crazy? But I was furious, you know? And I just kind of sat and stewed in that feeling. But then that anger kind of shifted into, like, just straight up hurt, you know? And as that hurt started to take over, I wanted him. I didn't want him back. I didn't want to be in a relationship with him. I was very dead set on the fact that, yo, we're not together no more and I don't want to be. But it started to become this longing for him to see what he did wrong, to see me as he should have, to cherish me, to love me, to support me. You know what I mean? And so I was just longing for him to see my value. Why? I don't fucking know. Because obviously he showed me how much he valued me the other day. Right? Right or wrong? Because cuckoo. Anyway, my mind like kind of started to, I was just like, maybe if I talk to him, like, he'll apologize. He'll see the error of his ways. Like, he really hurt me. Like, he hurt this down ass girl, you know? And so when he started to talk to me and we kind of started to talk to each other, I was very nice to him. Like, I kind of tried to act like nothing happened. Not like we were getting back together or anything like that, but we kind of tried to be friends. After, this was like a little while after, but we kind of went out to get a bite to eat together, or we would like go down to the lakefront and like take a walk or just like look around and just kind of do things together, you know? And in the back of my mind, I'm just like, if he sees me for who I am, if he sees like this nice, good side of me, he'll realize that he had a blessing in his hand. He'll realize everything that I've done for him. He'll realize that I am a gem. Like, I'm literally that girl. What are you talking about? And I just needed him to realize that for me to feel okay, right? I needed him to realize that for me to move past the situation that we had for us to break up. Because in my mind, it would be justified, like, you know, he went crazy. You know, he was so passionate about this and that. He was so passionate about me leaving him that he beat me up, you know? And just saying that, like, kind of makes me want to cry because I was in such a state of insanity that literally made sense to me. But I was just like, you know, I just need him to know. I need him to know how I feel, and I need to know how he feels, even though he obviously already showed me how he felt. Girl, listen to the signs, okay? Fuck. Anyway, we started hanging out. Hanging out led to hooking up. I know. Don't let nobody in your bed, in your pants, in your shirt, in your mouth. Don't do it. Stop. Just stop, okay? Stop. These people are using you. And that's okay. Because in my situation, it's not okay, but let me say what I'm saying. In my situation, I was using him too. I was lonely. I didn't feel any type of emotional connection to obviously the physical things that we were doing, but it was a comfort. Is a comfort an emotional connection? Probably. Was I delusional as hell? Definitely. But it was justified to me. It was justified. I don't want to be with him. I don't have any attachment to him like that. I just want him to apologize to me. And I just want him to see the error of his ways and to know that he has this beautiful girl that's this, and that. And he will appreciate me. He will apologize. He will beg for my forgiveness. And I won't give it to him. I never wanted to give it to him because I was still pissed the whole time. I don't know if I wanted him to just grovel and beg me like, yo, I need you. I messed up so bad, I don't even think it was that. I just think I wanted to hear it, that somebody felt like I needed an apology, right? And, we started hooking up. We started getting a little bit closer, but it was never anything serious. I don't believe he wanted to get back with me, and I damn sure didn't want to get back with him. But we were still keeping each other close, keeping each other around when it came to certain things. Now, obviously, that relationship should have ended a long time ago, but it absolutely should have ended when it did, when that situation occurred, right? Now, I gave you a lot of reasons why it didn't, all of which are on me. I don't know that man's reasoning for anything that he did, anything that he said, any way that he acted. I don't know. I cannot speak for him. I can speak for myself. I wanted that closure. I just wanted closure. But the closure that I wanted had to be the closure that I wanted it to be, if that makes sense. I wanted that apology. I was like literally ravenous for that apology. I'm being so nice to him, buttering up to him, sleeping with him, like all for my own benefit, even though it wasn't benefiting me. Insanity. But I needed that closure. I needed that closure to feel okay about myself again. I needed that closure. I needed somebody else to tell me that I was a good woman for me to feel like a good woman. I needed somebody else to tell me that I was worth it and I was something of value for me to believe that I was worth it and I was something of value, right? Because I was so insecure after that situation happened, because I tried to assert my dominance by saying, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, it's been cool, but I think we're outgrowing each other. I asserted that dominance. I said that shit with my chest, I was ready to take steps to become a better me for probably one of the first times in my adult life. I was very young at this time. And the way that got knocked down and dragged and drug out, okay, and was mushed all up on the side of my face, I was not sure I ever wanted to do that again. I was not sure I ever wanted to say my piece again. I was not sure I ever wanted to stand up to somebody again. I was hurt. Like, I was broke. That broke me for a long time. And I needed that. I needed him to say, like, I am so sorry for what I did to you. You had every right to feel how you felt. I wasn't a good partner. I was putting too much on you. I was not helping you. I was making your life harder. I needed him to say that to me. And it just didn't happen. It kind of happened, but it didn't happen. Which is why for another year, maybe 2, I stewed in the feeling of not knowing who I was, not knowing where I was going, not knowing how I felt, not being able to move on from a situation in the past. Yes, you're entitled to hurt and feel bad for as long as you want to, babes. You are. But at some point you have to understand that that is literally hindering your life. I put my life on the back burner, but like a year at least from the day of that incident, I would say even a year and a half before I was okay enough to start my self-love journey. Because that's really the issue at hand. When that situation happened, I needed him to restore that love in me, right? I needed him to say, you know, just like what I said, I messed up. I hurt you. I did this. I did that. And how could I be so stupid? No, I mean, yeah, how could you be so stupid? But that's not him apologizing is his problem, right? That's his problem. That's his thing to deal with. That's him to do. That's his prerogative to do if he wanted to do or not to do. Okay, see, I'm getting upset now. Let me calm down. That's his prerogative. His apology is his problem. Me? I'm only in control of myself. I'm only in control to how I react to that situation. I'm only in control with how I move forward and how I choose to grow past certain things in my life. And it was like, for some reason, I didn't understand that. I needed his closure to move on, right? And like I said, I'm chilling with him. I'm trying to be nice, you know. At certain times that he brought up the situation very lightly, not really taking much responsibility or whatever the case, but he's like, you know, I really hate that happened. I'm sorry that happened. And I would just say, you know, yeah, like it's a fucked up situation, da da da. But that's all it ever really came out to be. He didn't give me what I needed, what I thought that I needed, until much later. And it turns out that was exactly not what I needed at all. So he did apologize at some point. I think maybe like, I don't remember how long it was. Maybe it was at least a year. I think it was like maybe closer to like 2, to be honest. And he apologized. He said, you know, I'm so sorry for what I put you through in our relationship and obviously the violent situation. There's other things that happened. There's other ways I feel I was disrespected. He acknowledged a lot of that. He said that he was in a really messed up space in his life and in his mental health journey and his growth journey and everything like that. And he took out a lot of those issues on me. And, you know, he addressed it. Like, I'm kind of keeping it light right now because obviously I don't remember exactly what was said. But he addressed it. He addressed it. And this was after we had no contact for a very long time. We were not friends anymore. But I guess, obviously, we still had each other's number. And he apologized. And I accepted it. I said, thank you for acknowledging this, this, and that. And then I put my phone down. And it was kind of like, okay, so he apologized. He definitely did. What do I do now? And that's why it is so important to go on that journey with yourself. Do not wait for that apology from somebody. Do not wait for that acknowledgement. Do not wait for them to see you. Because there's a chance that they never will. And do you want to be sitting there stewing in your problems, making your stomach hurt, waiting for somebody to do something that they don't even have to do? What was the point? Now, by that time that he apologized, I had moved forward considerably and I was growing into a much better space in my life, but I still was thinking about everything that happened with him and I. Like, it just really weighed so heavy on my heart. And when he apologized, that didn't release anything. Like, I'm looking around like, okay, he apologized. And I wasn't mad at him for that. Like, I actually appreciated it genuinely. But it didn't do anything for me. Because my issue was with me. Yes, obviously my issue was with him. But the real issue, the real healing, the real growth and development and strengthening of my spirit had to be done with me. I don't care what that man got going on. It has to be me because he was not nourishing my spirit anyway. Like 0%. I learned so much through that experience. Y'all don't even understand. That genuinely sparked, like I said before, my journey with self-love, because I really realized I am alone in this world. And that doesn't have to mean physically, but when it comes to emotionally, I am my own responsibility. Like, girl, take care of yourself. Take stock of what is going on in your life and what is serving you and what is not. Keep speaking up for yourself, even if people have those negative reactions. Because you speaking up for yourself is not going to do anything but continue to make you stronger, continue to make you more confident, continue to help you set your boundaries. Yes, setting that boundary with that man really caused a traumatic experience in my life. But to this day, I am better for it because I had to understand the assignment. Whatever you got to do, you have to break free from this situation. And that's what had to happen. Like, unfortunately, it's horrible. And us as women go through so much in our lives. But you have to try and be better for it. You have to try and move forward. Bro, if you don't, you're going to be sorry. Like, you're going to be sorry, my sister in Christ. Don't do that to yourself. You don't have to wait on that man, that person, that family, your mom, your dad, whoever. You don't have to wait on them to heal. Period. You don't have to wait on them to heal. Stop it. You're killing yourself. And that's what I was doing for the multiple years that I was in a relationship with that man. Obviously, it was not clear until after the fact. But it started to become clear after he literally beat me up. And I still was begging and begging and begging for his approval. Because if he approves of me, I can approve of myself. No! Stop. Hang it up, flat screen. That is not the case. Closure happens with you. Don't let nobody open or close nothing for you. Do it yourself. Do it yourself because you are the one with the key to your own heart. You hold the key to your own growth, to your own development, to your own strength. You are the one, not them. You are the one. I am the one. You are the one. And once you start to realize that, nobody can really hurt you anymore. There's certain things that happen in our lives, like I said, that completely alter our brain chemistry. I became a different person the day that I realized after everything that happened, it didn't have shit to do with him. It didn't have nothing to do with him. It was about me. It was about what I accepted, what I tolerated, what I allowed to happen to me, with me, around me, and in my own mindset. I literally became numb. And I just let myself be hurt, which is crazy. I let myself be hurt because it was comfortable for me. It was comfortable for me to be hurt because I didn't see the value in myself anyway. You see how it's coming full circle? Listen to me now. Listen. If I had any drop of self-worth, I would have never, baby, that man would have never been with me anyway. Yeah. I kind of ate that. I ain't gonna lie. Give it up. Give it up. But I say all that to say, closure is a delusion if you are waiting on somebody else to give it to you. You are blocking your blessing. You are blocking the release of trauma and sadness and depression and hurt in your life. You might be blocking yourself from who you're really supposed to be around and supposed to be with. You might be blocking everything positive that is coming to you, that you already have, that is on the way, babes. Listen. When I accepted that, I started to live. I started to build up my life to where I am right now. No, I am not perfect. My self-love journey is still continuing, and it always will, because I will continue to grow. I'm a flower. I need to be watered, okay? But understand this. You water you first before anybody else does. You have to water you first, or you're going to be broke down, looking a mess, looking dumb, looking crazy, looking ridiculous behind what other people have said and done to you. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, because you're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to scream. You're allowed to want better from these people. Absolutely. But the reality of it is that you're probably not going to get that. You're probably not going to get it. And in my situation, I actually did get better. I got that apology. It came a while later, you know, but he apologized. He acknowledged me. He said that I had value. Shouldn't I be jumping for joy right now? No, because none of that matters. The only thing that matters is right here. And if I said I didn't have value, I didn't have value. Not because he said it, not because he acted like it. That just showed me, like, hey, what I think about myself is really true. You know? And there's a lot of reasons why I feel like I did not have any self-worth, self-love, self-value. That may be a story for a different day. I don't know if I want to share all that, because I'm really so far gone past that it's uncomfortable to think about. But I just need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to see that. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying, because your life will change so much the day that you see that it's not everybody else. It's not all the noise. You could block that out and just focus on you. Focus on your relationship with yourself. Focus on how you feel about yourself. That is how you truly get closure. You truly get to put a situation to bed. You get to move on, and you get to close that door. Shut it. That is the point of closure. Closure is not a revolving door of hoping that somebody will apologize, trying to get back together with them, trying to do this, whoop. No, don't. Okay, I'm gonna save you some time and some trouble and some regrets. Don't do it here. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because I will have more content coming. I have a lot to say. I do. And like I said, this age of the internet, like, we really chatting right now, and I want to be a part of it. That's about it. Remember to step your cookies up before they crumble.